Winchester, law enforcement ammunition, Ranger, bonded. Does that mean we're gonna go on a date later tonight? Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. Got some 40 Smith & Wesson to test today. This is 165 grain bonded Q4384. This test was sponsored by our friend Sam at S.G. Ammo. He contacted me about testing some 40. We're gonna test this in gel as well today. We have 3 barrel lengths, a 3, 4 1/4, and 16. We have our Procono digital as always at approximately 10 to 12 feet. It's 50 to 55 degrees outside. It's actually getting colder and windy, but it's actually died down, so hopefully you won't hear too much of that when you're watching this video. Let's get set up for this test. Up first, we'll grab the Springfield XD40 subcompact. Borrow this from a friend of mine. .963, 927, 945, 952, 941, 925, 926, 935, 936, 915. That was 10. And now our Smith & Wesson M&P core. This has a 4 1/4 inch barrel. We have the Apex flat face trigger on here. Really like it. 1000. 1013. 974. 951. 1020. 973. 986. 1028. 1016. 998. And that's it. I don't know why my screen is taking a little while to catch up. And now we have our Kel-Tec Sub 2000. This is the little handy folding rifle. I actually borrowed this from a friend of a friend. I'm going to shoot this right-handed because it has a tendency to throw brass everywhere, including my face. 1128, 1138, 1141, 1108, 1133, 1112, 1129, 1128, 1123, 1124, and that's it. Here is our Winchester 165 grain bonded. Has the 16-inch Kel-Tec Sub 2000 with the primary arms 1-6 power KISS reticle. That is 3.10 inches. Not sure what the deal is. This is the 4th group that I've shot. The wind has died down a bit out here, and when I've been shooting these, I haven't been, seeing too much of the paper flapping. But this is what's been happening with this is the 4th group. Is I get 3 that are really good, and then 2 or 3 just flop on the outside for some reason. I'll keep testing with some of the other loads I have today, but that's as good as I'm going to get. Your mileage may vary. While we have the opportunity and have these firearms on hand, we're going to test this load in gel. We have a 6x6x16 clear ballistics gel block down there, donated again by Sam at S.G. Ammo. Nice fresh block. We're going to take all 3 shots at once, make sure we keep our wound tracks as separate as possible, and then we'll go check it out. This is the 165 grain bonded. Our 3-inch first. Velocity 955. And now our 4 1/4. velocity 993. And now our 16-inch sub 2000. 11:27. Here is our wound tracks of all three. This top one is the 4 1/4. The one in the back is the 3-inch, and this one right here is the 16-inch. It looks like the 4 1/4 is our optimized load there, right around 13 inches, and the 16-inch right around 15, and the 3-inch squeaked by at about 15.5. Wound tracks look about the same. We will rip these guys out of there. There are our marching orders, the 3, 4 1/4, and 16. You can see the 16 kind of overexpanded a little bit. With the bonded, the little trocars or pedals, whatever you want to call them, they're probably better to call them pedals, stay bonded to the lead better. We'll definitely get measurements on these. 40 Smith & Wesson is kind of in an odd place right now. A lot of the bullet technology has helped 9mm catch up in performance to 40, if not actually top it. We did have good expansion and penetration across all three barrel lengths with this load. Without being a ballistics lab, I can't test all of the different barriers that one would see in an FBI test with self-defense ammunition, like your plywood or your windshield glass or sheet metal or anything like that. We do occasionally try to test that, but sometimes it gets to be very time consuming and not possible for me to do budget wise either. Accuracy wise, this load was the poorest performing of the 40 Smith & Wesson loads that we tested from Winchester on the day that we tested all of these. Not sure what the deal was. Could just be the wind, or that this bullet doesn't like the sub 2000 that we used. I want to thank Sam at SG Ammo for asking us to test this ammunition, my buddy Josh for loaning me the 3-inch XD subcompact, and actually a local reserve officer for loaning me the Kel-Tec sub 2000. Hugs and kisses to my Patreon supporters, and a fist bump to you all. Until next time, catch you at the range. And now our 16-inch, this is a Kel-Tec sub 2000. This is the little folding handy rifle. So far, run pretty good. Borrowed this from a friend of a friend who ordered from a friend. 40 Smith & Wesson is kind of in an odd place right now. It used to be 40 Smith & Winchester Law Enforcement Ammunition Ranger bonded. Does that mean we're gonna have a date tonight in bond? Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. Got some 165 grain 40 Smith & Wesson to test today. This is brought to you